Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all. My voice is audible.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello. Screen is visible to all. Hello. Okay. Measurement of VSWR. Yesterday class we discussed about the microwave bin setup, and also we discussed the measurement of the power, and in that bolometer how it will be described, and also we discussed the frequency meter, and also we discussed the attenuation. Okay, we already discussed the attenuation. In this, we have discussed two methods. One is RF substitution method, and another is power ratio method. To overcome the to overcome the power ratio method, RF substitution method will be used. Okay, this is the major representation of the RF substitution method. Okay, and now I want to discuss about the measurement of the voltage standing wave ratio. Measurement of the voltage standing wave ratio. So here, coming to the measurement of the voltage standing wave ratio. Any mismatch load leads to the reflected waves result in the standing wave ratio along with the length of the line. Along with the length of the line. So ఏదైనా mismatch అనేది mismatch load leads to the reflected waves. ఎక్కడైనా మిస్ మ్యాచ్ అనేది జరిగితే ఎగ్జాక్ట్ లోడ్ అనేది మన కన్సిడరేషన్ తీసుకోకపోతే దేర్ రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ వేవ్స్ విల్ బి considered. So that is considered as a voltage standing wave ratio along with that particular line. So here the ratio of the maximum voltage to minimum voltage gives to the VSWR. Maximum voltage to the minimum voltage gives to the VSWR. So always they will be considered the represented as small s. VSWR is represented as a s. So that is equal to V maximum by V minimum. That is equal to 1 plus rho by 1 minus rho. Rho is the reflection coefficient. Here rho is the reflection coefficient. So rho anedi reflection coefficient can consider chestam. Where rho is reflection coefficient, then it is square root of P reflected by P incident. Square root of P reflected by P incident. So S varies from 1 to infinity and rho will be varies from 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity. So always you will consider the here you can see the voltage standing wave ratio. This is the successive maximum value. So whenever the reflected waves will be considered here, so V maximum is the highest voltage, maximum voltage, and V minimum is the minimum voltage of that particular standing wave. So here both the difference is lambda g by 4. The total is considered as lambda g by 2. So this is the representation here. This is the representation here. So S varies from 1 to infinity. That means voltage standing ratio, and rho will be varies from 0 to infinity. Okay, reflection coefficient అనేది 0 నుంచి కన్సిడర్ చేస్తాం. Voltage standing ratio వచ్చేసి 1 to 10 అనేది తీసుకుంటాం. Here also some values will be considered here. Measurement of low VSWR. Always less will be that means voltage standing ratio will be less than 10. Then it is considered as a low VSWR. So here some Venn setup will be given here. Some Venn setup will be initiated here. So values of the VSWR not exceeding the 10 are easily measured with the above setup and can be read directly on the VSWR. So the value of the not exceeded 10. So VSWR will not be exceeds the 10 value. So consider the some Venn setup here. So you can read directly the values in the voltage standing wave ratio. Okay, so the probe on the slotted waveguide is moved to the maximum reading to the on the meter, okay, corresponding to the T maximum. So whenever the probe across the slotted line section, it will be have the screw that will be moved to the maximum reading on the meter. That means the voltage is V maximum. So and it will be stopped. So attenuation is now adjusted to get full scale reading. Attenuation is adjusted to the get full scale reading will be noted there. So next probe will be slotted line section adjusted to the minimum reading on the meter. So there you can read the V minimum, note down the V minimum across that particular point. Ratio of the first reading to the second reading is V maximum by V minimum, which will be gives the voltage standing wave ratio. So the meter itself can calculate it in terms of voltage standing wave ratio. So మన ఫస్ట్ మెథడ్ ఇక్కడ మెజర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది వోల్టేజ్ స్టాండింగ్ రేషియో అనేది లెస్ దాన్ 10 అనేది కన్సిడరేషన్ తీసుకుంటే ప్రొసీజర్ ఉంది. సో హియర్ మైక్రోవేవ్ ఐసోలేటర్ సమ్ isolator or VSWR or anything, frequency meter pad will be used here, and slotted line section and load, and crystal detector and DC millivoltmeter. That means it will be represented here. And here first the slotted line section will be moved to the maximum reading position. That means V maximum, and slotted line section will be moving to the V minimum. Then you can calculate the V maximum by V minimum. You can obtain the voltage standing wave ratio, and the value will be less than 10. So another method which is considered as a measurement of the high VSWR, that is low VSWR. This is high VSWR greater than 10. So this is the representation here. Some standing wave ratio will be taken here. So D1, D2 is the distance of that particular maximum position of that representation. So here the method using the for s greater than 0 is double minimum method. Double minimum method అనేది wherever voltage standing wave ratio will be more than 10, we want to measure that particular values, we will go for the double minimum method. In this method, the probe is inserted to the depth where the minimum can be read without difficulty. Okay, so probe అనేది that will be used for the depth where the minimum value will be read without any difficulty. The probe is moved to the point where the power is twice the minimum, where the power is twice the minimum. Let this position be noted by D1. Let this position is noted by D1. The probe is moved to the twice the power point at the outside, other side of the minimum, say D2. So it will be considered as a two successive minimas and two successive maximas will be takes place across this point. So Vx is equal to the square root of 2 into V minimum. So VSWR calculated as a relationship lambda g by pi d2 minus d1. This is the VSWR value. S is equal to lambda g by pi into d2 minus d1. That is the successive maximum differences. So these 2 points where if you take the V maximum side by side or V minimums across that particular representation. So whenever it will be wave will be considered here. Here, if you consider this is the V maximum and next successive maximum is this is. So here it will be considered as a D1 and this is D2. So like that here also we are considering the two maximum values of the V maximum. Okay. And this is the high VSWR value. This is the high VSWR value. So high VSWR వచ్చేసరికి lambda g by pi into d2 minus d1. This is a practical representation. This is a practically you will see the how the high VSWR measurement will be takes place. This is the representation. So another important point which is considered as a measurement of the Q factor for cavity resonator. We have cavity resonator which is considered as a Q factor. So the method of measuring the quality factor of the cavity resonator are transmission method, impedance method, and transition decay or decrement method. So మనకి ఇక్కడ resonant cavity అని మనకు ఆల్రెడీ ఉంది, rectangular cavity కాకుండా resonant cavities అని. ఓకే, rectangular resonant cavity, circular resonant cavity అని సెకండ్ యూనిట్ లో will be obtain the cavity resonators. So for that purpose they want to need Q factor, quality factor for that particular resonant cavity. So we have 3 types of methods for the quality factor. So One is transmission method and impedance measurement and transition decay. Okay, impedance measurement and transition decay. So transmission method and impedance measurement and transition decay and decrement method. So coming to the transmission method. So here also Benz setup will be used here. Microwave source and pad and cavity resonator and detector and power meter. Pad place isolator, frequency meter could raskochu. Okay na? So microwave source throughout isolator and frequency meter. Cavity resonator will be replaced across the in between the transmission method. Okay, transmission method lo cavity resonator anedi wave gates lo use chestam. So cavity resonator is used to transmission device and output signal will be measured as a function of the frequency. So మనకి ఇక్కడ cavity resonator అనేది మనకి యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం as a function of the frequency లో యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం. By varying the frequency of the microwave source and keeping the signal constant, the output power will be measured. So whenever the frequency will be varied for the microwave source by using the frequency meter, so keeping the signal constant, the output will be measured. The formula for the Q factor, Q is equal to F naught by BW is equal to Q is equal to 1 by BW. So మనకి అక్కడ F naught by BW representation అనేది తీసుకున్నాం. So F naught is equal to 1. Operating frequency is 1. Then Q is equal to 1 by bandwidth. So we already know the bandwidth is equal to 2 delta. So QL is equal to 1 by 2L. So quality factor is equal to operating frequency by bandwidth. So operating frequency 1 అనేది consideration తీసుకుంటే then it will be represented as 1 by bandwidth. So మనం bandwidth కి వచ్చేసరికి 2 delta అనేది ఇక్కడ consideration తీసుకుంటున్నాం. So here you can see the diagram 2 delta where 3 dB line will be represented here. This is the resonant cavity characteristics for consideration తీసుకుంటాం. And coming to the measurement of the impedance. So impedance measurements వచ్చేసరికి can be measured by using the three methods: magic tree, slotted line section, reflective meter. Reflective meters అనేది ఇక్కడ measurements లో ఎక్కువగా యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఓకే. And coming to the measurement of the impedance using the slotted line section. ఓకేనా, ఆల్రెడీ ఇంపిడెన్స్ అనేది మనం అప్లికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది మ్యాజిక్ ట్రీ లో చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఓకేనా, వన్ ఆఫ్ ది మెథడ్. అండ్ కమింగ్ టు ద మెజర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇంపిడెన్స్ బై యూజింగ్ ద స్లాటెడ్ లైన్ సెక్షన్. సో స్లాటెడ్ లైన్ సెక్షన్ అనేది యూజ్ చేసుకొని మెజర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇంపిడెన్స్ అనేది మనం ఇక్కడ కనుక్కుంటాం. సో here also Benz setup, every time we will use the Benz setup, microwave source and a pad isolated and frequency meter, slotted line section and unknown load. And due to the mismatch, standing waves are generated. Due to the mismatching, the standing waves are generated. Using slotted wave section with a load ZL, the position of the V maximum and V minimum can be accurately determined. Slotted line section అనేది ఒకటి యూస్ చేసుకొని the position of the V maximum and the position of the V minimum will be accurately described here. So now here the power meter will be used here. So slotted line section అనేది యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడ లోడ్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ అనేది ఒకటి యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాను ఇక్కడ. సో నౌ లోడ్ విల్ బి రీప్లేస్డ్ బై ద షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్. లోడ్ విల్ బి రీప్లేస్డ్ బై ద షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ and the shift in minimum is measured. And the shift in minimum is measured. If the minimum is shifted to the left, then the impedance is inductive, and if the measurement if minimum is shifted to the right, then impedance is capacitive. So slotted line section అనేది ఇక్కడ షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ అనేది యూజ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఈ slotted line section అనేది షిఫ్ట్ అనేది it will be moves to the left side. It will be moves to the left side, then it will be inductive. If the slotted line section will be moves to the right side, then it will be acts as a circuit as a capacitor. So this is the representation of the measurement of the whatever may be slotted line section. Slotted line section యూస్ చేసుకొని ఇంపిడెన్స్ అనేది ఎలా మెజర్ చేస్తాం అనేది ఇక్కడ మన కన్సిడరేషన్స్ అనేది తీసుకున్నాం. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి డయాగ్రామ్ లో దిస్ ఇస్ ద V maximum and V minimum normal signal. Whenever the slotted line section will be moves to the left side, then inductive circuit will be used here. If the slotted line section will be moves to the right side, then capacitive will be used here. So output of the standing waves like this. Output of the standing wave like this. Okay. So coming to the measurement of the impedance using reflectometer. Okay, reflectometer. So here we are using the reflectometer. So reflectometer indicates the magnitude of the impedance but not phase angle. Whereas slotted line waveguide measurement gives both magnitude and phase angle. It consists of the two directional couplers to get the pi and pi and incident power and reflected power from the load. Both directional couplers are identical except their direction. Okay, except their direction, they will be identical. So reflector indicated magnitudes of the impedance అనేది నాట్ ఇన్ ఫేజ్ యాంగిల్. సో ఇవి ఒకటి ఫార్వర్డ్ అంటే ఒకటి రివర్స్ డైరెక్షన్ అనేది ఇక్కడ కన్సిడరేషన్స్ అనేది తీసుకుంటున్నాం. సో మనకు వచ్చేసరికి ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ చూడండి PI/100 రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ పవర్ ఏదైతే 100 ఉందో బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్ బట్ రివర్స్ ఇన్ డైరెక్షన్స్ లో తీసుకుంటున్నాం. యాంగిల్ అనేది రివర్స్ అనేది కన్సిడరేషన్ తీసుకుంటున్నాం. సో magnitude gives both magnitude and phase angle. It consists of the two directional couplers to get the PI. Both the directional couplers are identical except their direction. So magnitude of the reflection coefficient rho can be obtained. Reflection coefficient rho can be obtained here on reflectometer, from which the impedance can be calculated. So మనకి ఇక్కడ ఇంపెడెన్స్ అనేది క్యాలిక్యులేట్ అవుతుంది based on this representation. So rho is equal to reflectometer is equal to PR, square root of PR by PI, reflected power by incident power. So S is equal to 1 plus rho by 1 minus rho. So rho is equal to Z minus ZG by Z plus ZG. So ZG is the wave impedance and Z is the normal impedance, unknown impedance. This is the how we can calculate the impedance by using the reflectometer. సో రిఫ్లెక్టోమీటర్ అనేది యూజ్ చేసుకొని మనకి ఇక్కడ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. ఓకేనా? సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద measurement of the impedance by using the reflectometers. So he can see here once again. Today topic measurement of the voltage standing wave ratio. Today's topic. So mismatch load leads to the reflected waves resulting in standard waves along the length of the line. The ratio of the maximum voltage to the minimum voltage is considered as a voltage standing wave ratio. So S is equal to V maximum by V minimum. So the general formula ekkada maradu. So S will be represented as the voltage standing wave ratio and V will be represents the V maximum and V minimum represents the where the signal will be maximum voltage, peak voltage, and V minimum is the low voltage. Okay, that is the representation here. And 1 plus rho and 1 minus rho. Here rho represents the reflection coefficient. So S will be always be 1 to infinity and rho will be always be 0 to infinity. So you can see the standing wave ratio of the diagram waveform. Here V maximum and V minimum. Okay. And maximum of low VSWR. Here we have two cases. One is low VSWR and another is high VSWR. How to measure the low VSWR? Here we are using some microwave bench setup, and here you can measure the slotted line section where the maximum voltage V maximum will be obtained. There you can note the V maximum value. Whenever you are scrolling the slotted line section, moving the slotted line section, then it will be obtained the V minimum. There you can note down the V minimum, and finally you can obtain the V maximum by V minimum value. So VSWR value will be obtained below the 10 here. Okay, so this is the procedure for the whenever VSWR is very low value. Okay. And minimum of high VSWR. Here also you are using the high VSWR. You are using same bench setup, somewhat different bench setup, and here slotted in section will be moving. We can obtain the maximum successive maximums. Successive maximums means once we obtain the maximum value V maximum, next to V maximum will be obtained that is the distance will be noted down here, D1. D2 is the successive minimas, where the successive maximum will be obtained, where the successive minimas will be obtained, that will be noted down here. So if you consider the successive maximas only, D1, and next successive maximum will be D2, or you can also be take successive minima across the D1, or you can also be take successive minima. Any one you can choose the V maximum or V minimum across that particular D1 and D2. So based on that, we have the formula. So VSWR is equal to, the relation is lambda z by pi d2 d1, lambda z by pi d2 d1. That is the relationship of that particular lambda z by pi into d2 d1. So, and measurement of the, this is the measurement of the VSWR. And coming to the measurement of the Q factor of the cavity resonator. So coming to the cavity resonator, here we have three types of measurement: transmission method, impedance method, and transition decay and decrement method. Here you can see transmission method. You can use the cavity resonator here. Whenever it will be depends on the frequency. So whenever the operating frequency will be varying, automatically you can find out the output power. Based on that will be calculated here. So Q factor is equal to F naught by bandwidth. F naught by bandwidth. So if you consider the operating frequency is 1, then it will be represented as Q is equal to 1 by bandwidth. So QL is equal to 1 by 2 delta. QL is equal to 1 by 2 delta. QL is equal to 1 by 2 delta. That is the value of the particular representation. So this is క్వాలిటీ ఫ్యాక్టర్ అనేది ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ మెథడ్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఇలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం. మెజర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంపిడెన్స్ వచ్చేసరికి మ్యాజిక్ ట్రీ, స్లాటెడ్ లైన్ సెక్షన్, రిఫ్లెక్షన్ మీటర్, రిఫ్లెక్టోమీటర్. సో మ్యాజిక్ ట్రీ అనేది ఆల్రెడీ డిస్కస్ చేసాం, హౌ ఇట్ విల్ బి ఐడెంటిఫై ద ఇంపిడెన్స్. And coming to the slotted line section, whenever you're varying the slotted line section according to the right side and left side, we will be note down the V maximum and V minimum values. So you can see how it will be represented. So whenever short circuit will be replaced by the ZL, then you can identify the inductive when it will be moving left side. When the slotted line section will be moving right side scroll, then it will be capacitance. This is the representation of the slotted line section. And measurement of the impedance using reflectometer. Reflectometer use cheskoni incident meter anedi kanukunte, then it will be totally different. Okay, so reflectometer indicates magnitude of the impedance but not phase angle, whereas slotted line section, slotted line waveguide measures the both magnitude and phase angle. So ikkada manaki some diagram undi, forwarded DC and reverse DC anedi ikkada use chestunnam. Reverse detector and reverse detector, which will be used for reflectometer. So it consists of two directional couplers to get the PI and P out. So the two directional couplers are used to get the PI value and PL value from load. Both direction couplers are identical except their direction. So magnitude of the reflection coefficient rho can be obtained from which the impedance can be calculated. So we have the formula, rho is equal to square root of PR by PA. So manaku rho ante endu telusu, S is equal to 1 plus rho by 1 minus rho. So this is the rho is equal to Z minus ZG by Z plus ZG. ZG is the wave impedance and Z is the unknown impedance. This is the formula for that particular representation. So tomorrow class we discuss about the solid state devices. So impact diode, tetrad diode, and gun diode. These are the solid state representation. Today's class completed the major part of the measurement of the waveguides. Measurement of the waveguide representation. So impedance కనుక్కున్నాం, frequency కనుక్కున్నాం, power కనుక్కున్నాం, అలానే cavity resonator అనేది కనుక్కున్నాం, అలానే మనకు వచ్చేసరికి attenuation అనేది ఐడెంటిఫై చేసాం. We have different types of methods. All are using the microwave bend setup. First of all, you identify the what is the microwave bend setup. That diagram will be followed by the all the measurements. Based on the microwave bend setup only, will be calculated the measurements of the various components waveguides. Okay. So tomorrow class flow, I will discuss the solid state devices. Okay.
ఓకే సార్.
అర్థమైందా ఈరోజు చెప్పింది?
అర్థమైంది సార్.
ఎస్ సార్, అర్థమైంది సార్.
ఓకే.